coaches, young athletes, I need your attention for the next few minutes. Every week, I sit across the table from kids aged 8 to 18, and almost all of them come with big dreams. Some want to play at the national level, some want to qualify for Asian Games, World Championship, Olympics, some want scholarship, and some simply just want to enjoy the sport. But you know what? I also see a lot of pressure. Parents stressed about the results, coaches obsessed with medals, and kids stuck in the middle. And I also want to share something personal here. I'm not just speaking as a sports dietitian who work with young athletes. I am also a mom. My 11-year-old son is into football, swimming, athletics, and fitness training to support his performance. So when I talk about developing young athletes, I am sharing insights not just from my sport experience but also from my own personal journey raising young athletes. And this dual perspective has completely shaped the way I approach this topic. So today, let's unpack how to develop young athletes the right way, based on experience, science, and empathy. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then I'm Rashmi, Cherian, registered dietitian and high performance nutrition expert. So if you're an athlete or have athletes at home, or you're a coach, physio, or anybody from athlete support team, then consider subscribing to my channel. Here you will get no BS but science-backed sports nutrition tips. So to understand how to develop young athletes, we need to first talk about the most important thing that kids face today, and that is pressure. I work with young athletes almost every single day, and one thing stands out. We are pushing too hard too soon, and science backs this up. A 2019 study published in the Journal of Athletic Training found that kids who specialize in one sport before age 12 are 70% more likely to face overuse injuries. These kids are twice as likely to burn out and drop out of sports completely. And as a mom, I feel this too. When my son plays, I have to constantly check myself. Am I supporting him, or am I unintentionally adding pressure? It's a fine balance. And I have seen kids as young as 13 and 14 years walking away from sports entirely, not because they weren't talent, but because they were overwhelmed by constant expectations. And mind it, when kids feel like their entire identity depends on winning, then their stress hormone spikes, recovery suffers, and most importantly, they lose their love for the game. So if pushing harder isn't the solution, then what is it? So hear me out, guys. It starts with building the right foundation. Before we think about creating elite athletes, we need to build strong, well-rounded humans first. For the kids aged 8 to 18, the goal should be developing a broad athletic base instead of early specialization. And here what works. Number one, focus on movement, not medals. So at young age, kids need to master the basics: running, jumping, balance, coordination. Think of it like building a house. If foundation isn't solid, the structure won't last. Number two, encourage multi-sport participation. So the American Academy of Pediatrics reports that kids who play multi-sports have fewer injuries, build better overall skills, stay in sport longer. Even world-class athletes like Roger Federer and LeBron James played multiple sports as kids. Personally, I encourage my son to try multiple activities, not just for performance, but for confidence, overall growth, and joy. Number three, prioritize sleep and recovery. This is one area often overlooked by parents. For growing kids, sleep isn't optional. It's when the magic happens. Growth hormone peaks, then muscles repair, memory consolidates. Kids need 8 to 10 hours of sleep. So whenever I notice athletes struggling with energy or focus, the first thing I check is their sleep. And almost always, fixing that makes a huge difference. But here's the truth. Even if the kids train right, they still need the right environment to thrive. And that's where we as parents and coaches play the biggest role. Let me be real with you. Most kids don't quit sport because of the sport itself. They quit because of the adults around them. I have seen this from both sides, as a professional and as a mom. So if you're a parent or a coach, ask yourself, Am I rewarding efforts or only outcomes? Am I helping my child to fall in love with the sport, or am I making them play just for me? Am I teaching them resilience, or am I teaching them fear of failure? We need to move from performance culture to development culture. Performance culture says win now, whereas development culture says build for the long run. So from my experience both in my clinic and at home, kids who thrive long term have supportive environment, balanced training, and parents who celebrate progress and not perfection. And now let's talk about something I am deeply passionate about, and that is nutrition. This can make or break young athletes. You can't build an athlete on poor nutrition. Yet I see kids copying adult diets, skipping carbs, and relying on unnecessary supplements. Here's what science actually says. Young athletes need 1.2 to 1.6 grams of proteins per kg body weight per day to support muscle repair. Then they need almost 50 to 60% of carbs of their daily calorie intake, as that's the main fuel. Then focus on hydration, because even 2% drop impacts performance and focus. And lastly, micronutrients like iron, calcium, magnesium, vitamin D are non-negotiable. So with my son, I focus on building habits and not restrictions, making sure he's eating for growth, recovery, and energy instead of falling into diet fads. So now let me wrap this up by speaking directly to my young athletes and parents watching. If you're between 8 and 18 and chasing big dreams, play because you love the game. Fuel your body, don't punish it. Rest like a champion, and remember, setbacks are part of the growth. I have worked with national and international level athletes who started exactly where you are today, nervous, unsure, and under pressure. The ones who thrive, they focused on long-term development and not short-term medals. At the end of the day, we are not just building athletes, we are raising humans who will thrive on the field and beyond. And if you like this video, then please give me a thumbs up, share it with your fellow athletes, and don't forget to subscribe, because together we can create a better sporting journey for our kids. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you in my next video.